From plasma bubbles appearing over the pyramids, from Yetis appearing in the ring with Canelo Alvarez on the night of his fight, is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Smash this like button, man. We got a crazy video for y'all in store today, man. Just make sure y'all going out here doing your own research. Positive vibes. 60% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We lit over here. Positive vibes only. Just know if you're going through a tough time, we're going through this thing called life together. Let's get into this video though.
Okay, y'all, this is getting very interesting, and make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, because what's happening is we are having mysterious bubbles of plasma appear over the pyramids of Giza.
And it's astonishing. So apparently there are plasma bubbles that's been found now above pyramids in Giza, and they reckon that that causes problems with satellites, etc. But it also suggests that the pyramids were built deliberately there.
Now you heard what he said, right? They were deliberately put there, meaning these highly extraterrestrial beings who created the pyramids know what they were doing. And some of you guys may even know that these pyramids are perfectly aligned to the Orion constellation. It says China caught these strange atmospheric phenomenon on advanced radar, but they aren't alien. For the first time, China's powerful low-latitude, long-range ionospheric radar located on Hainan Island has detected plasma bubbles above the Midway Islands and perhaps more ominously the pyramids of ancient Egypt. And here they go, reminding us twice in the article that it is not alien. In an announcement from China's Institute of Geology and Physics, the LARID radar detected plasma bubbles above the Midway Islands and Egypt's Great Pyramid. And once again, for the third time in this article, they're telling us this is not an alien encounter. When they are making multiple reference to a specific word, they want you to pay attention because they are actually lying. That's why aliens and I'm lying gives you the same numerical value in the same cipher, because they're literally telling you that they are lying. Now check this out because it gets more interesting. I'm gonna show you how it's connected. It says, however, sometimes pockets of density irregularities form in the ionosphere and lead to a depletion of ions, which can significantly impact radio and satellite-based communication. Did you see that? Which can significantly impact radio and satellite-based communication. Didn't I just show y'all a video of a couple of people receiving radio transmissions through their cars?
What am I hearing on my radio? This shit creeping me the fuck out. Nigga.
Interference of radio communications.
Yo, I just got a frequency on the radio and this shit is saying hello America. Hello ma'am, can you hear me? Something can hear me through my fucking radio.
Yes, hello ma'am.
Hello?
Hello America.
Who is this?
Yeah.
See, what they're doing is they're telling us about aliens without telling us about aliens. Because plasma energy is high-level technology, which is why the aliens can interfere into this 3 dimension, because they are higher dimensional beings. So all I'm telling y'all is, y'all better be prepared. We have an eclipse coming up soon, and then an election. Big things are getting ready to take place. But this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Let me know your thoughts on this video, y'all. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in, and share this video. Let's get this shift.
I told y'all, evacuate the state of California. Y'all didn't listen. I'm on my way out now. I'm gone. I'm going back to the A, man. You know what I mean? But I just want to give a big shout out, man, to all the high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools, and all the baby mamas, and all the pregnant women out there, and all the gangbangers, and all the Mexicans, and Asians, and everybody that's in the state of California, man. I love y'all, man. Drew X, man, I did it for y'all. All them videos y'all seen me post, I did that for y'all. Didn't do that for me. God told me to come do that, and I did it. Some people listen. Some people did. Some people know. Some people don't even know that I was out there. They don't even know what's going on. Just want to let y'all know I love y'all. I gave my all for y'all, you hear me? I gave my all for y'all, you hear me? Drew X, I'm out. Evacuate the state of California.
This is not rain, as we've been telling you for the past 2 weeks now. They're doing military exercises out there, and although it looks like rain, it's not. Showers here are legitimate. This is not rain, as we've been telling you for the past 2 weeks now. They're doing military exercises out there, and although it looks like rain, it's not. Showers here are legitimate. This is not rain, as we've been telling you for the past 2 weeks now. They're doing military exercises out there, and although it looks like rain, it's not.
Out. Oh, he's back. He's not feeling so well. Oh wait, I gotta push start. Oh, I missed all that. Oh my God, Mom! I hope you got it. Oh.
Everything you know is wrong?
Dude, that whole thing.
Whoa,
I thought
what
I was
the
on
fuck?
record and I wasn't. Did you record that? So disappointing.
Yo, are you guys not seeing this?
No, I was seeing it and I thought I was recording it the
No,
whole time.
are you not
but
seeing-
I wasn't. Steven, I want to.
That's crazy, bro. It's right in front of our
Hopefully-
faces, bro.
hopefully it
What the
goes through that.
fuck?
Dude, that's like you could almost reach out and touch it, huh? It's fucking badass. We got our own television show fucking right here. We're watching the whole thing. It's fucking badass, dude.
From the beginning of time, our world has been shaped by fighting. Hand-to-hand combat is the genesis of sport. Primal competition with universal appeal. Every corner of the globe has fighting traditions and heroes. But no culture embodies the fighting spirit more than Mexico. No place on earth has produced more legendary warriors. A heritage so ingrained in Mexico's identity, it's woven into the very fabric of the country. Only Mexico has a flag emblazoned with a fight. An eagle and a serpent. The eternal battle for the soul of the nation. This is the night we celebrate Mexico's independence and warrior spirit. This is the night the worlds of sports and entertainment come together. This is Noche UFC.
Hey, it's Glamham. I can weigh in here because ever since I had my very sci-fi near-death experience in 2012, I have studied pretty much everything I can find to do with frequencies. That's how I arrived at ham radio. This extremely bizarre and disturbing footage was taken by Mind Over Matter 661 in Las Vegas. They say watch it slowed down, so that's what I'm going to do with you, and we're going to look at this together, and I can tell you I'm extremely disturbed by what I see. Let's take a look. Everything you know is wrong. I think we all sort of have a sense of this. Nasty words coming up. Death is inevitable. I mean, baby. Okay. I have a problem with that. I don't think I need to say why. As far as colors go, orange is considered the color of mutual instinct. I'm really not going to go into more detail than that. Cult.
You see that V?
So we had again bloody kids. Some of this I had to really slow down. The speed these words went, it would be impossible to see them. You can barely see them slowed down dramatically. V, go down, spit. Not nice words, don't know why Woolworths is in there. Permacrisis went so quick, I I had to almost stop the footage. Permacrisis. Gas in face. I can't read that one. This says cry more often, but I feel it said something different before. I think that says it's the real thugs. This goes so fast. This is super slowed down. Superficiality is God, I think it said. This is very nasty. So you're a victim of your parents. You're a victim of yourself. Liminal was super fast. Alien was so fast, I almost had to stop it. Is this all we get? Bondage. Ugh. And again, baby. And let's just see what that last bit was with baby. Is this all we get?
Ghetto baby? Yeah.
Bus stop bondage, never walk alone, ghetto baby. Again, secret. So right after baby, secret. Boom. As far as discernment goes, I feel pretty sickened by this. When they could have the opportunity to spread positivity on a wide scale, why would they do this? What is this about? It's very nasty, and it makes me feel sick. So, I'll see you in the comments. Take care.
Do y'all notice that that those colors are the same colors that are on the 2025 objective? Did y'all notice that pendant that they were wearing and all the colors and the words correlated with those colors in the list of things what they're working on to come for us in the future? 5G, 6G, 7G as well. What do these things do? These things, well, I'm not going to get into all of that on here, but I only can say so much, y'all. Just my belief is that they're trying to disconnect you to a certain frequency where you will start to, you know, those crystals in your mind and your body will start to activate and give you knowledge. Maybe you might start speaking in telepathy. Maybe you might be able to fly. We don't know.
Liminal space is an internet aesthetic that refers to a place that a person is in during a transitional period. So that could be some sort of hallway or a lobby of some kind. But this is also a liminal space. The images often look like they were taken in the early 2000s, which is why Gen Z is fascinated by them. The imagery became popular in 2019 when a creepypasta was posted on 4chan called The Backrooms. The Backrooms is actually a short film you can watch by Kane Parsons. There's a whole rabbit hole you could go down with The Backrooms, and it's really intriguing. You should go look. Yeah, and obviously millennials and all of our parents would feel something about these images as well, because they're pictures of the last few years before the internet was like everything to us. And the emptiness in the pictures really show you that that time is completely over.
Let's go in. Turning off. Yeah, you're good.
Lakers skate.
Now that you look at it though, like that's a lot of poison right there. But it was cheap. Now poison costs more. Poison is very expensive. DVD combo. Destroying our bodies because we need to be here for our children, you know. But look, it's whatever though.
Shalom. Have you ever wondered why the transmission towers look like the Baphomet?
This is from the sealed portion, chapter 93. And your children shall witness all the great leaders among men, and all those who have received praise and adoration from men, even those who are set up because of their popularity in athletics, and in the image of the beast, which shall be broadcast upon the housetops of all the people of the earth. Behold, this image shall be broadcast by way of what ye shall call that which shall give unto you a vision, television, or an image of the beast, by way of undulations of natural impulses that are cast up in the air and underground, and receive into each household of the earth, even upon the housetops, deceiving those who have given their hearts and minds to the beast, who have caused this miracle and given this image unto them. And by this means shall the whole earth be deceived by Shaitan, and the people of the earth shall learn of him those things which he would teach unto them. There shall be many who are made popular and rich from the transmissions of the image of the beast upon the world, and these shall be despised by Yahweh when he cometh to judge the world. For in that day there shall be the rich and the famous, and those who are well known because of the means of the technology that shall broadcast the image of the beast upon every housetop throughout the land. And these shall present an image of their own persona, that others shall see, and after which others shall pattern their lives. And the whole earth shall begin to worship the image of the beast in such a way that they shall forget about the Father, Abaya, and know not from which they came, and by whose hand they came into being. Behold, in the latter days there shall be great pride and vanity throughout the earth, because of the image that the beast shall present unto you, and cause you to worship. Yea, the image of the beast shall cause that there shall be a standard set for the appearance of a man and a woman, and the people of the earth shall begin to worship the image, and do all in their power to follow this image, and reach this standard of beauty that had been set for them. And there shall be many who again deny the power of Yah, and also their belief in Yah, in that which they have been given according to the natural order of all things. For the standard of beauty that shall be set by the image of the beast shall be that which all desire. And if by the course of nature this beauty is not had by many of those of the latter days, then shall they go to the doctors and the physicians, who shall receive a knowledge and an expertise from Shaitan to change the form of their faces and their bodies and their natures to conform to the standard that the beasts have set for them. And I say unto you, that ye that doeth these things denieth the power of the Father, Abaya, and shall be condemned for that which ye have done to yourself, which is contrary to the order of nature that maintaineth a balance in all things. And these changes which you shall make for yourself shall cause you more misery than the temporary joy that they shall give unto you. When you look into a mirror and behold the image of that which you have been convinced is the standard of beauty that shall be maintained. Shaitan is a transsexual, the image of the beast. Below is a depiction of Baphomet, another name for Shaitan. You'll notice that he has female breasts from ancient times until the present. Shaitan has always been depicted as being both male and female, with both genitalia, female breasts, and a male penis. Shaitan's nature is bisexuality, homosexuality, the confusion of the different genders, and mixing up the set apart with the profane. It's how he defiles people and keep them from ever being able to connect with Yah and live a life of sexual cleanness and set apartness. And when you see LGBT being promoted and supported on a wide scale, these are just followers of Shaitan bringing their God out of hiding and into the light. Coming out of the closet was never meant for homosexuals. It was actually meant for Shaitan with Baphomet. Transgenderism. The global elite have an agenda to androgynize society. Men are being made feminine and women masculine. The distinction between genders is being blurred even more. Transgender celebrities are being used to confuse heterosexuals into gay and lesbian attractions. This is all done through pharmakia, which is witchcraft and evil, by using needles, drugs, medications, poisons. Alright? The sorcery of the Roman Catholic Church, the mother of harlots, the whore of all the earth, the whore of Babylon, Babylon is the world. These are our Masonic hand symbols. This right here is the symbol that the Baphomet and Jesus be throwing up. The sigil of Baphomet is the official insignia of the Church of Satan, founded in 1966. The sigil has been called a material pentagram, representational of carnality and earthly principles. The church describes the symbol as the preeminent visual distillation of the iconoclastic philosophy of Satanism. That same sigil is the same sigil of Samael and Lilith, which is worshipped by the synagogue of Satan, Satan. The Romans and the Greeks come from the seed of Japhet, who is Japhet, and the sons of Japhet, Gomer and Magog and Media and Yavan, who is the father of the Greeks, and Tubal, who is worshipped by the Roman Catholic Church and the Masons, and Mashak and Tyrus and 4 daughters, Yavan, the Greeks. This is from the Book of Remembrance of Aki. And one of the sons of Noah, Nayach, named Japhet, Yaphat, who names me to enlarge hell, found and brought back the evils of the Nephilim, and the secret combinations of the fallen watchers. The Book of Lamech of Cain. Noah's wife is Naamah. Naamah eventually put away childish things, and then later she met Noah, Nayach. Before Noah, Nayach, and Naamah wed, Lamech instructed her not to tell Noah that she had lain with the Nephilim, in her youth. The Tiara, the Torah of Moses, Masha, from the plates of brass, and Noah, Nayach, and Naamah ascended to the 450th degree and begot Japheth, Yaphat, and Sham, and Ham, and their daughters. And Noah and his wife and their son Debanium hearkened unto Yahya. Mattathiah, Matthew chapter 24, verse 37. As it was in the days of Nayach, Noah, so it will be in the coming of the son of Aram, who is Yahayasha. And again, and as the days of Nayach, Noah, so also shall the coming of the son of Aram be, who is Yahayasha. The days of Noah are also the same as the days of Enoch, Hanak. This is the fallen angel that taught electricity, who is worshipped by the Roman Catholic Church. Zayakal, Za, to spark a flash of fire, to spread whoredom and music through wicked devices. Inventions, forming graven images to your imaginations, creating witchcraft through divination, sound, voice, and to become famous by summoning fallen angels through the power of electricity, light, idols, deities, gods, and man's teachings of secret arts, incantations, magic spells, hex, and conjuration. Zayakal, lightning flash of the Elohim, which in ancient Hebrew is Alahayim, but it does not start with the letter Ayan, which is the character of the I. That letter is where the word Allah, Alahaya, the Most High, comes from. But Elohim, Alahayim, starts with Ayala, and the first letter stands for a goat, a bull, a ram, a watcher, a deity, a god, an idol, and man. Alright? The teachings of the fallen watcher teachings. That's what El mean. That's what Alahayim mean. The fallen watcher, angel, Zayakal, translated to Zekel, generating electricity. The flash fire of Yah, who teaches hatred, like self-hatred, like not loving your body. The Book of Remembrance of Aki, Zayakal, Zekel, flash fire of Yah, generated electricity. Zekel Zayakal is A from Shamayazazal, Simjaza. When Zekel Zayakal was first created, he had the definition that Yah is life giver and the source of all consciousness. He had this spirit so strongly, he could have been a major factor in raising people from the dead. He had the ability to be the common thread between all forms of life, from the earth itself to every plant, animal, and man. He could have been an elder linking man with the Messiah, Mashiach, in terms of the language of repentance, which is the consciousness of the word, and some element that is speaking to a person. He could have been the elder of the language of repentance. He brought the feeling of home. But instead, Zayakal chose the definition that man can make life, evil has better life, alien life is superior. In choosing this, he became the enemy of the priesthood that teaches repentance, and he is the enemy of all the people who are natural and close to the earth and close to the Mashiach. He is the herald that the unnatural is superior. He is the evil spirit of being destitute and having no home and no one to love you, and of being alone. Zayakal taught the signs of lightning flashes. He is the master of cross-breeding and all the Nephilim. Zayakal is the master of homosexuals and bestiality. He teaches the manipulation of life and genetic engineering. He is the instructor of the Nephilim, Zayakal teaches that man should deny the natural and worship the supernatural. He is the master of fantasy and fornication and vain imagination. In the last days, he will force or rape the set-apart messengers. He is the enemy of good mental health and belief in Yah. Shalom. Do not learn from anyone that's telling you to worship the Baphomet and that the Baphomet is not evil, because it is. Alright? And if you would like to donate to the works that I do as an orphan and a man of Yah, you can do so right here. Shalom.
Hey, one thing is though, like, it's crazy. Like, you still see, like, how do y'all feel about people still wearing like Balenciaga and stuff like that? Like it just blows my mind, all the symbolism behind it and all the antics that they've pulled, even involving, you know, small people, shall we say, right? We say small people. I don't want to get in trouble on the platform. In their BS to try to present them as big people. You get what I'm saying? Y'all tracking? Like, I just don't get it. And when I see you know, these celebrities and stuff wear the clothes and go out of their way and want to buy these things, it just blows my mind. You know, you got small children that ask for these things from people. Ask for Balenciagas. I've look, I don't want to say who it was. I've heard children speak. I'm talking about children that are like under 10, like, oh, I want some Balenciagas, but their parents are like full on like hardcore Christians. You feel me? And it's just mind blown. Like, where are they getting this from? They want Balenciaga. Do y'all know what's going on with that and the stuff they've been doing? Y'all tracking in the comments? Isn't that odd though? That would be a request from a child. What's going on? That's why you can't leave the children with the pastors and stuff like that and feel like they're safe. Like, I don't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody around your kids at this point, you know? We gotta protect these. We gotta protect them.
Was Satan involved in the fallen angels coming down and like creating the Nephilim, or was he kind of off to the side?
Yes, he was off to the side. So you had two falls. You had the ones that, you know, that went with him when he fell, and then you had the 200 Watchers who literally were wanting to advance society and also have a say in how the Earth realm operated, because humans were the top of any created being. You know, there was no being like them. I saw an event where I watched Jesus, before he was called Jesus, but it was him, and the Father discussing humanity and the Elohim surrounding, and they were trying to ask them questions.
Are the Elohim the Watchers?
No, the Elohim are the gods.
The gods, the council. Okay.
The divine council.
Yeah.
They were trying to understand how God would want to have a seed from him, you know, and they didn't understand that. You're perfect. You can create, you know, any other kind of being you want. Why would you create humans that have the ability to choose you or not? You know, so they were surprised by that. Yeah, Lucifer wasn't. He deceived most of the angels up there, and they fell with him. That's an event. And then the Watchers decide to come down and kind of help humanity. You know, give us children, we'll give you this.
So the Watchers fell with Satan?
They were a different time.
Different time. So that was the second fall.
The second fall.
And then where did the Council of the Gods fit in? Did they fall
Yeah.
with Satan or with the Watchers?
They fell separately. But when God assigned them to different nations, Deuteronomy 32, when he assigned them different nations after the Tower of Babel, what happened was they just want to worship for themselves.
Got it.
You know, and then God just said, forget it, I'm done. Psalm 6, I'm going to now inherit the nations. You guys have, which I saw that event too, where he actually judged them and threw him out. His council. It was a very sad event, actually.
Was it a war or was it just a boom?
It wasn't a war. It was an intense act of power, of fire, and the sword. I remember Jesus stood before, you know, Yahweh facing the council, and Jesus opened his mouth and a sword came out. And it was flame, it literally burned them. And the divine council were pushed out, you know, out of that council system, you know, and you see Satan off to the side kind of mimicking and making fun of them because he's just this dude that's just hanging out. But it's like, well, I need to make deals, you know, to get to spread, because remember, his resources are extremely limited.
Right.
So he needed to make deals a lot with the Elohim, you know, Moloch and some of them, because they had systems to be able to increase his army. Because the demons even didn't come later, you know, they came as a result of the fallen angels and humans.
Yeah.
So he recruited the demons because of their natural hate towards Yahweh, because Yahweh wouldn't take him back. No, you were created here. I'm not taking you back. You don't belong in my realm. So you stay here. You're judged in the earth and you will rot and decay here. So here comes Satan.
He's using. So Moloch was a Elohim?
Moloch, yeah.
And then like
he's still around today.
Ishtar. What is this? Is Ishtar an
Ishtar's
Elohim?
over lust and all that stuff. Yeah.
And then like, is Baal a watcher or is Baal an Elohim?
Baal's the Elohim. He's a storm god. Well, back then he was known as the storm god. But yeah, he's in. They all make pacts to control systems here on the earth.
And then like, what about the Egyptian gods like Osiris and Ra? Are they Elohim or are they watchers?
Those were the watchers. So those were a mixture between. Well, when the Watchers came down and they taught them how to do relations and reproduction, it was a mixture between animals then, you know, at that time. So those would be parts of giants, parts of the Nephilim arena, because the giants had special abilities too, because they had angelic blood in them.
It seems like you have Elohim, watchers, principalities are like high-ranking demons.
Principalities, yeah, would be high-ranking demons.
And then demons underneath it.
Yes, yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so what are all of these Elohim doing now?
They're fighting over nations. They've been doing that for a long time.
Man, what are they trying to show us, man? That's crazy. It was a good fight, y'all. It was a good fight. But what is that, man? Who got an Ewok, a Wookiee behind you, man? Is they playing? They not playing. They Mexican, right? Yo, please answer me. What is that thing right here? What is that thing standing behind Canelo, man? What are they trying to show us, man? That's crazy. This was a good fight, though, y'all.
These are actually beings from Canis Major in the Sirius star system. They have given us several depictions of these beings. Movies like Star Wars, as well as shows like Harry and the Hendersons. Dr. York actually spoke about these beings in the Holy Tablets. Matter of fact, Frida Master Teacher. Now, these beings are actually referred to as Shaggies, all right? And these are agreeable extraterrestrial beings. And these beings actually have the ability of walking in between dimensions. And they can actually live up to 200 years old in this third dimensional construct. People don't find the remains of the Bigfoot or Shaggy because they cremate their remains. These beings are natural herbalists and very in touch and tune with nature. If you're in the woods and you're walking and you hear a knock on a tree 2 times, that's a Bigfoot telling you that you're entering his area. At that point, you're trespassing. Now, there are actually 4 variants of the Shaggy species, all right? Some of them look like dogs. Some of them look like cats or lions. Some of them look like apes, or some of them actually have the Chewbacca type look. This was at an actual boxing match. This being was actually out. All right, as I mentioned several times, we enter a new dimension. We jumped into another timeline. Extraterrestrial beings are going to start making themselves present. Shaggy species is also related to the Dewanis. Okay, so that being could actually be a Dewani now that I think about it. He actually looked more like a Littlefoot, all right, and these are called Littlefoot. Bigfoots are about 7 to 9 foot, and the Littlefoots are about 3 to 4 foot. As you can see, this being is definitely associated with that archetype. These are side by side of the Dawanis and this individual that was at the boxing match. As you see there, this is very similar. This was the Canelo fight.
You gotta watch this. Look how big this gets.
There we go. I've been looking for you. Look at that. See the black sun behind it? I can see that dark ring behind the sun. That's the black sun. What is going on? Look, here goes another one right there. You see that? You can see the other one right here. Look. Look at that. What the hell? Look. Look at that. Look at that. Look how big that one is. And here goes the other one. What is going on here, boy? Look at that transformation, y'all. Wow. Wow. Now look how big it's gotten. You see that? Oh, shit. Look. You got one on this side and then the other one on this side. You see how they're two different colors?
Should look crazy.
It's becoming one big color. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Whoa. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Look at how that thing is morphing. Look at how the clouds is morphing around it. Like it's literally trying to hide it. They're literally trying to swallow it up, man.
Trying to get swallowed up.
I be telling you, this is what the war in heaven is all about. It's a war on the sun. Look at this. Look how big that thing has gotten, y'all. Look at that. What the hell? And there's a lot of little birds just flying around. Jesus. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at that. What? Look at this. Wow. Oh my goodness, boy. Y'all saw that. Y'all seen it now. See, now they're trying to look. Now they're trying to take it back in. Trying to drown it out. Wow. Y'all see that.
I ain't gonna act like I'm a scientist on that right there, but it could be like, was it like precipitation behind the clouds and then the reflection from the you know, the intensity from the sun is reflecting off the moisture within the cloud and making it these particles, you know, scatter and stuff, right? It sound cool, y'all? Sound cool to y'all? Or is this, or we tripping? You feel me? And then you see this. If somebody walked through that at nighttime by yourself, what you doing? Not a goddamn thing. Who you gonna call? Don't say it. Don't say the damn Ghostbusters. That shit's weird though.
I have the original drawing that captures everything that I view that my mother has become.
Okay.
I have a more quality version that I adapted into a digital
This is a
version.
demon.
That is a succubus.
And this is an angel.
Yes. To put it in visualization for everyone to articulate.
Okay.
That demon looks somewhat similar to a disheveled articulation of my mother.
You know, bruh, it's without a shadow of a doubt, that's her son. They got the same damn face. He coming to expose his mama? Damn.
I had once believed that she was a good person infested by a hive of demons. In actuality, no. She had converted into a full-on demoness when she was completely filled with love and not enough discipline.
Oh, so basically spoiled.
Yes,
Okay.
spoiled. Hence the narcissism. It may not be medically stated, but it is effectively true. This is egotism in its fullest form, mostly. articulated from one being.
Okay.
She has been stranded in an abyss that she has cast herself into for all this time. And in my digital formulation, that abyss is much more articulated. And she is floating in front of very olden teeth. The teeth of the spiritual beast Leviathan, the primordial aquatic beast God had sent down from heaven. And for those of you of the religious sects who know this, you know what that means when my mother is in front of those jaws. But for those who don't, it is long speculated that in the spiritual world, the Leviathan's maw serves as the entrance to hell itself. My mother is basically floating right in front of it. But she's not swimming away. Why? Because there is a mirror of Tenebris, a fell reflection that is portraying to her her ideal world. The angel that she once was, all grown up, singing the hymns of God like she were an angel, thus keeping her trapped down there. Her vocal cords stripped away and given to an irreprobate mind. That is whom Jaguar Ride is, while the mirror is what she thinks she is, and what, at least, I can articulate is a imperfect articulation of Jacqueline Suzette Wright grown up.
You just taught me something today. So if you spoil a kid and never discipline a kid,
this is what becomes of them. Love, as beautiful as it is a very meticulous, double-edged dance. It is a rose, a beautiful flower that is protected by thorns. And too much of something can turn into a bad thing. And depending on what it is, it can either be something very light that can be cured, or an insidious, vile, serpentine poison that can corrupt a person for as long as their life allows them if no one stops them. Too much love is what turned my mother into the demoness that her persona is now.
And that's why I be speaking about balance so damn much. And y'all think I'm tripping, you know? Don't, like, a lot of people tote around here like, oh, you know, I don't have a bad bone in my body, you know, like, oh, I can do no harm. Those are the people that I run away from. Those do-gooders, that's just the best person in the world. I don't want to be around you. Unsubscribe, get away from me, you feel me? Like, I just can't operate like that because you're lying. Because that's why people being shocked when, for instance, their favorite person that they just think can do nothing wrong, their favorite celebrity, then all of a sudden they do something wrong, they lose like 1 million subscribers, 1 million followers, 1,000 followers. That's because they've been hiding the different layers of themselves from the public in order to fool you into thinking that they're this perfect person, which that doesn't exist. We're all trying to find balance, right? But look, it's crazy to me, but him coming on that show is a little weird for me. Maybe it's a part of to keep this thing they get, this weird ass thing they got going on. I couldn't imagine going on a show and speaking about my mom like that though. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments down below. Was he right for getting on there speaking on his mom? Or should he just left this shit alone? Or are they just all chasing clout and trying to push these narratives that Hollywood wants them to push on some agent shit? Let me know.
There was a guy at church who was on, I can't remember what he regularly would use, but he would use that to access the spiritual realm illegally. They brought me into this meeting with him, and he started describing me a spiritual being that he would encounter being on these things. And he said, have you seen that? And I looked behind him, and then there was that spiritual being that was not of the Lord. And that spiritual being was freaking out because I could see him. And so I told him, I said, I'm telling you right now, I said, you're opening yourself up illegally to the spiritual world using these things. I said the way that we access the spiritual world correctly has to be through the spirit. But psychedelics and all that stuff is coming through the back door, and you open yourself up to far greater problems that way. You end up getting a spiritual being you have no business talking to, because spiritual beings are nosy. Now, demons are silly. Other spiritual beings, they're nosy. They want to know what you know, especially if you're sons, because you know things about God that they may not know they get from watching.
Hey guys, I'm back in the UK, so back on this stuff every day just to give you daily updates. I'm going to give you a short snippet of what's going on. Right, so first things first. David Grush announced a couple of days ago that Dick Cheney is the head of the UFO cover-up. So it appears that Dick Cheney is or could be responsible for keeping a lid on all this stuff this entire time, or at least had the keys from the previous gatekeeper for all this UFO cover-up. That's very new. There's not much information out on that at the moment, but it was covered by Vetted, so please follow him on YouTube for the most up-to-date information on that. Next big thing is that Kirsten Gillibrand did in fact confirm there will be a UAP hearing this month in September that will be similar to what we had last year with David Grush, Commander Fravor and Ryan Graves. And lastly, and another one I think is really important here, is we have a new whistleblower. Now, her name is Sarah, but I don't have her second name here, but she was just on the Good Trouble show with Matt Ford, and it states, a current intelligence analyst and former National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, NGA, employee who was part of the UAP task force goes public with their experience working on the UAP topic and being a member of the Pentagon's UAP task force. The UAP task force was the Pentagon's congressionally mandated program to investigate UAPs, which was run by UAP Task Force Director Jay Stratton, with other members such as David Grush and Travis Taylor as part of the effort. So, I'm halfway through here, but I want to get this out to you as quickly as possible so you guys can watch the full breakdown. I'm only here as a gateway to guide you to where to go. Please watch the latest episode of The Good Trouble Show by Matt Ford to watch the full 2-hour interview with her. Really, really professional individual, very comprehensive, and very well spoken and educated, and clearly is looking at this objectively based on the data. It appears they seem to be having similar issues within the intelligence community, or at least from this agency, that they are getting a lot of stuff confirming. She very clearly states that some of the images that they do have, that they've looked at, are clearly not local. And she said it's abundantly clear when analysing what it looks like, how it moves, and I quote, acts in a very playful manner, like it's a puppy or something, moving around space willingly and playing around, as she puts it, which is really interesting. I don't know much about her. I think she wanted to remain anonymous, not giving her second name. I don't know why she hasn't done that or why there's no description of that. I think the Green Street guy got in trouble for actually calling her full name out, which was a breach of sort of a journalistic pact that people agree to when becoming a journalist. If someone wants to remain anonymous, you should respect their request to do that. But very interesting. It is, I believe personally from all the data right now that disclosure has started to happen. It is a drip feed. It is a marathon, not a sprint. And she says at the beginning of this interview that she felt compelled to do this based on Lou Elizondo's book. This is what I said to you guys before. People will come forwards. You've just got to give it a bit more time. People will come forwards, and they are coming out the woodwork. This is another scientist. Her background is in, I think it was astrophysics. So, yeah, another credible whistleblower coming forwards here and explaining the details as to what they're dealing with, and obviously the stonewalling that goes on even within the intelligence community to stop people putting the pieces together, and the compartmentalization of this entire thing, which has been prevalent for the past 75 years. So please watch that full episode. It's a very good one. I'm halfway through. I've yet to watch the other half yet. I'm an hour and 4 minutes in. I will keep watching this to give you any further updates if I find anything spectacular that she says, and I'll do a part 2 of this video, but I just want to give you guys an update as to all the things that are going on. So those are 3 things for you to look at. As I said, refer to Vetted on YouTube, refer to Down to Earth with Christian Harloff, and thirdly, The Good Trouble Show, hosted by our great Matt Ford. Thanks very much, guys. See you on the next one.
Some of you might know me because of a story I broke last March concerning something called the Guardians of the Looking Glass. Basically, what we had here is a technology that was built which would give those people who operated that technology, of course, a huge advantage because they could see and view timelines within a stream, within a field. You know, the awareness of this technology came to us through certain whistleblowers, and one of them was a guy by the name of Dan Burish, who went into some detail about how that technology was acquired. It starts at the end of the Second World War. It was the first time that the United States ever came into contact with certain ETs, you could say, who began appearing over the skies of the United States. And their appearance, again, was accompanied by crashes and captures of both the craft and the pilots piloting that craft. And it leads directly to the formation of the breakaway civilization, that which was created by one ultra secret society that was called Majestic 12. They who have ultimately come into possession of the Looking Glass material and time travel and other technologies ever since. So between 1947 and the early 50s, there were a series of crashes that took place, not just one, and they started the whole back engineering process. And they also had captured extraterrestrial beings. And the Looking Glass has ended up in S4 Area 51.
The program out at Area S4 consisted of 3 projects: Project Galileo, Project Sidekick, and Project Looking Glass. Project Galileo dealt with gravity propulsion. Project Sidekick dealt with a beam weapon that had a new
sort of human.
To exactly before this time, before this event takes place, for different reasons. What they found was that there are 3 types of beings. There's 2 J-rods, which were called P-52s. The P-52s were for 52,000 years in the future, and the P-45s were from 45,000 years in the future. And the P-45s weren't interested in helping us. They were just here to harvest genetic materials which they had lost over the course of tens of thousands of years of exposure. The P-52s also returned because they came back and they were trying to tell us our consciousness can affect our timeline. Not just the timeline, but also cosmic events. They were trying to tell us that the cosmic event, which is about to happen, can be affected by our collective consciousness. It's going to play out in 2 ways. It could end up with a timeline that prevails that's an organic timeline, where mankind will begin to wake up and en masse, and that we will change the trajectory of that course by raising our consciousness, and then there's going to be some event, and our change in consciousness will actually set in motion a positive version of how that event affects us. We've heard about ancient civilizations like Atlantis or Lemuria or Mu, and you know, they come and go. They always seem to end in some huge cataclysm or some destruction, some destructive event happens, society blows up. It's like a loop. Eventually you would have to crack that loop. So maybe here is the chance to actually break that loop. And the other timeline they were talking about that may prevail is this transhumanist timeline. Along comes 2022, and it's been like 10 years since the last Looking Glass whistleblowers had been out there talking about it, Dan Burish and a few others. But this suddenly appeared, this group calling themselves the Guardians of the Looking Glass. We are the Guardians of the Looking Glass. We're a group of former intelligence officers and military officials who have come together to release classified information about future events to come. Our knowledge comes from our work on the Looking Glass artifact, first discovered in Iraq. During this time, the artifact was activated by the US military and connected to computers. We were able to see dozens of future timelines and the convergent singularities that led to 2 possible outcomes by the year 2030. In one outcome, humanity awakens and the current order is dismantled, and an event occurs, and instead of this event being negative, it is a positive one. In the other outcome, the current structure remains in place, a nuclear war takes place along with many horrible events, then the event occurs, and instead of being a positive event, it's a negative one. if I'm going to talk about what we can do about it, and that's got to do with the positive timeline. We have opportunity here. The J-Rods, they told us that basically they were talking about these two primary timelines. That there is a future where a possibly pole shift related environmental catastrophe is averted and does not happen. And relative to this different timeline, the future that generated the J-Rods as we know them will never evolve from our own, and we have taken a new path. So in this timeline, which also the Guardians saw, there is a probability of that happening, and so they talk about that as well. If the post-global pole shift environmental catastrophe does not occur, the benefits could be to alternatively produce a human consciousness, liberating evolutionary leapfrog, and a level of enlightenment among the masses that will produce a new set of future timeline trajectories that will compassionately steer the course of humanity into a virgin future of untold beneficial futures and heights, and in fact fulfill the original evolutionary directive to evolve consciousness of humanity to its optimum potential as future creative agencies in the universe. These messages that we got from these J-Rods decades ago are trying to reinforce that idea, and now we're starting to, maybe the reason this came up now is because we're kind of at that last moment where we could make it happen.
I ain't gonna lie, that joint right there was dope. You see how the bird ate the snake though? I gotta pay attention. The bird ate the snake, man. Look, yo, these videos are getting more and more out of hand, man. It's a lot of crazy things going on in the world. I wanted to put the series, like a couple of clips from the series V in there, because V was ultimately inside of, that word salad that they was giving y'all a few times in the TV series V. What did it show? It showed that these beautiful aliens that looked like us, very beautiful. Everybody was just amazingly like supermodels, right? But they were all damn lizards, and they were all feeding off of us. And also, they did have a part where they was uploading people's consciousness to like a computer or something like that. They had them in a computer program where they can see it was aboard their ship, but y'all know how that ended, right? Like if you checked out the old series from back in the day, and then it came out with a newer one, but they canceled it after the first season though. It was really good, and you wonder why they want to do away with it. You feel me? But look, let me know how y'all feel about this video right here. And also, do you pay attention to, y'all need to go look up that 2025 agenda and look up the colors that coordinate with the words that was popping up on the screen. Shit kind of go together. Just go ahead, do your own research, and y'all let me know what y'all find out here, man. Don't believe everything that you see in these videos. Just make sure that you're aware of what's going on in the world around us. That's one of the main reasons I do these videos. Not everything on here is going to be something that you can go out here and see. That's because we all as a collective are getting these bits and pieces, and we come on these videos and we bring everything together and have these conversations, man. And I appreciate y'all for locking in with me. If you don't have your post notifications on, make sure you put those post notifications on. I want 100,000 people to put their post notifications on. In the first hour we drop the video, let's get this thing to like 100,000 likes. Let's break the algorithm, because there's a lot of suppression going on, but at the end of the day, it's all good. We're gonna keep vibing together, thriving together, and we will evolve. There's a certain group of people that don't want us to evolve and bring these creative juices to the internet and us step up to these next levels of evolution. We should all be in charge of bringing the better days to our children, because things are getting way more expensive. A bag of chips is fucking $10 or something like that, when we used to get them for 25 cents. It's just, the world is crazy. Gasoline used to be under $1, now it's like $5, $6, for a gallon of gasoline. Housing is not even affordable for most Americans. They want crazy deposits down on houses, man. We need to get on here, formulate these plans, and step out here in the world and make a difference for our children. That's the most important part. And for our evolution, we need to let our children be free and make a more safe environment for our children to like be free thinkers and not being attacked because of their creativity. We need to bring that creative bone back in our children and let them just be children. Shield them away from all the BS and the harm that's being put out here. But look, man, I can only say enough. I can only do so much by myself, but us together, we can do these things. But look, I'll see you on the next video. Like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. And I'm out though. Bye.